Hello, I'm John Eekhoff. I had written a recent short story and has some stuff to do with some things you might want to read. I don't know. For example, oh, look at that baby. Yeah, look at that. It's an old one, but look what we used to do. Oh, you pull it out. Look at that. Songs. Oh, yeah. That's a Bob Marley. Yep, pretty. Oh, how about this one for Peter Tosh? Yeah, I got that one too. Look at this. Ooh, look how clean it is. It's beautiful. You know, kind of like reading and writing. And my short story is a little bit about things that happened to people. I don't know if it's actual about me. Maybe not. My wife's going to read some of that right now.
The collector. I didn't really do anything. When you think about it, none of us can really make anyone do anything. We can persuade, threaten, manipulate, but in the end, most of us aren't strong enough to physically force somebody 20 years younger than us to do something they don't want to do. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I wanted to get that out there before I explained, because once you find out, you'll probably be like everybody else. You'll think I'm a horrible person. I'm not. I'm a discophile, which means I collect albums. Some people call them records, but that can be confusing because records can mean so many things. Like most discophiles, I have a particular genre and time period that draws most of my interest. 1980s reggae and calypso. I bought my first reggae album at Tower Records in Seattle, the one on the Ave right near UW. They had a small reggae section, about 2 rows. Almost all of it was Bob Marley and the Wailers. I looked through the albums and picked 2 by looking at the song titles. It was all I could afford at the time. Mystic Man by Peter Tosh and Uprising by Bob Marley and the Wailers. I played those records to death. I'd lie on the floor of my dorm room, plug in my headphones, and listen. I can still list the songs in order on both those albums. Even today, if I hear any of those songs, I'm right back there on the dirty carpet with the world figured out. They still put lyrics on the album sleeve in those days, so you could read the words while listening, or you could look at the album art because most albums were cool. Once they went to tapes and then CDs, the artwork pretty much went away. Things were easier then, but I didn't know that at the time. All my extra money went to buying albums, and pretty soon I had a solid collection. I never gave up on vinyl. Other people bought tapes and then CDs, but I kept with the records. There was something about the size, the weight, putting it on the turnstile, dusting it off, putting the needle down, and then having to turn it over when it was done. It was like you were involved in the music. Today, kids just push a button and then the music goes on and on. It wasn't like that when I was their age. Anyway, that's how it started. Life ended up being more complicated than I thought. It always looks like a straight line when you're young. It's not. 30 years later, I was divorced, underemployed, and looking for a way to make ends meet. When I fell behind on some bills and it looked like I might not make it to my next house payment, I put an ad on Craigslist for a roommate. Looking for a clean roommate to share costs. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, rent $500. Split other costs 70-30. I'm a music lover, college graduate, and liberal. I don't watch TV, no pets. At first, I got a few cranks looking to trade costs for yard work or drugs, but then Ray sent me an email. I gave him my address, and when he showed up, we hit it off. He was 25 years younger than I was, but we shared interests and things seemed to fit. He moved in. He only needed 2 trips with his white Datsun pickup to move all his stuff. The first trip included his big things, a bed, a lazy boy recliner, a couple lamps, and an old dresser and a coffee table. I offered to help him, but he was younger and managed to get everything in without any help. Then came the second trip.